cute little mini quiches. Let's make some pie dough. For the mini quiche, I need 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, and I love doing pie dough in food processors. It's a really consistent way to get fantastic pie dough every single time. Nice big pinch of salt. I am going to run this just for a sec. This is a cup of butter, it's 2 sticks, and you wanna cut it up into little pieces. You wanna make sure the butter stays cold. Cold butter, flaky pie crust. And then run this guy till it looks like sand. Stick your hands in here and you can still feel little chunks of butter. That's what you want. You're gonna take this mixture and add it to a bowl. Now, you probably don't wanna mix that in there. It's not safe to eat. Now I'm gonna grab some cold water. If you put warm water in here, you're gonna melt the butter and you're not gonna have flaky pie dough. I'm gonna measure out about 1/2 cup of water. So fold, fold, and then I give it a feel. We're getting close. So you'll see like all these little pieces start finding each other. Get my hands in here. No, I'm not kneading. Do not knead this dough. If you knead it, it's gonna get tough. And if it gets tough, it's gonna be chewy. You don't want it to be chewy, you still want it to be tender. Just letting all the dry stuff get picked up by the wet stuff. So, turn this guy, press it down so you don't have to do all the work with your rolling pin. Okay. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of flour, get it on your hands, put some here. Now I'm gonna roll this guy out to about 1/4 inch. I'm gonna cut some circles that'll fit into these tart shells. Okay. All right, so I have some pie shells that I pre-sprayed. Now I'm just gonna gently place the pie dough in there, gently press it up the sides. Okay. I'm gonna put these in the freezer for about 1/2 hour and let them get really firm. Now let's make the filling. So here I got some bacon, nice thick cut. Slice them into long strips and then dice them. Don't cook bacon too hot. You want it to render. Rendering just means you're melting kind of all the fat out of it and you just want to be left with that protein and that crispiness. All right, so while this bacon is rendering, let's make the filling. I am gonna crack 3 eggs. 1/2 cup of milk, 1/2 cup of creme fraiche. If you don't have creme fraiche, Greek yogurt totally works. Creme fraiche is like fancy French sour cream. Creme fraiche is a little bit lighter and it's a little bit wetter. And that's gonna translate to your finished custard. Look at this bacon. All right, now I'm gonna pull it out of the pan. And now I'm just gonna chop some chives. We need about 2 tablespoons of chopped chives. I'm ready to bake some quiches. Okay, and now we're gonna build the quiche. Now my bacon is nice and crispy, but I don't want it to bake anymore. That's gonna go in first. There we go. This might be my daughter's first bacon. That's exciting. And this is shredded fontina. It's not a huge, strong flavor, but it's just enough to know that you got something delicious in there. You can use any cheese you want though. Like Gruyere would be delicious in here. All right, so now I'll put the chives. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is give this one final mix and then just pour it right into the pitcher so I don't make a mess. Remember, eggs get bigger when you cook them. So don't fill this all the way up to the very edge. So these are gonna go into a 375-degree oven for about 35 minutes, but I'm gonna check them at like 15, 20 minutes and give them a spin. Oh, look at these. Look at these cute little guys. I wanna get these out of the pan. That way, 1, they're gonna cool a lot faster. But 2, when the quiches are sitting in their little shells, the bottom right now is steaming, right? There's a lot of steam coming out of this. It's still losing moisture. And if the steam doesn't have anywhere to go, the outside can get a little gummy. So I'm just gonna pop these out real fast. That way, they'll stay crispy.
To top these mini quiches, I'm making a dairy mousse of whipped creme fraiche and cream cheese. Here's how to do it. Take 1/2 cup each of cream cheese and creme fraiche, both at room temp. Pinch of salt and some white pepper. You eat with the eyes first, even babies. Just whip until smooth and creamy. Take a cooled quiche and add a dollop of the whipped creme fraiche for extra creaminess and lightness. Top it with chives and bacon.
Yay, tea party.
Are you guys hungry?
Yes.
So these are mini quiches. These are savory. Everything else is sweet.
Thank you.
Where's bacon?
Where's bacon?
Evaluating.
She's thinking about it.
Textures.
I think she likes it.
The crunch of the bacon, the crunch of the pastry, the smoothness of this custard is delicious.
It's really creamy.